just reading. Huh. Huh. Hello. I was just eating Swedish fish until someone showed up and commented. Thank you for showing up at least. Feel free to comment, thumbs up, subscribe, any of that, share. Earlier today, hi Emery. Hi Brandon. Earlier today, hello Lorena. Hello. How's everyone's day going? Earlier today, I actually went to where the Bush family has a summer home. I'm actually doing pretty good. How are you? A new drag. I'm glad everyone's doing good. I hope the weather's nice where you guys are too. And is there anyone watching from outside the United States? Swedish Fish. Thank you for subbing. Greatly appreciated. And I do try to sub back to people who subscribe to me. And I do live in Maine, on the coast, like the stereotypical fishing town. You know, some people love that, but at the same time, I'm actually not far from the mountains of New Hampshire either. One thing about Maine, though, is that you can actually travel 6 hours and still be in the state of Maine, and that's just in one direction. So I do wonder where all you guys are from. You don't necessarily have to give the city or anything, but like country or a state, something like that, I always find interesting. You're from here. I like that response. And I'm just pretty much chilling out before work. Thank you, and thank you for subbing. For the first time in over 10 years, this week I'm actually scheduled with 2 days off in a row. I work in the restaurant. What do you do for work if you work? And I hope the weather's nice where all you guys are. School. Is it college, high school, what? An office. I've never had an office job. 3rd grade. In middle. My kid's in middle school. So for the kids, do you guys like video games? In VR? I'm not surprised. It is fun. And what games do you guys play? I don't play video games really anymore. Hello, Kristen. And happy holidays to you. It's right around the corner. And today, even though Christmas is on the 25th, today is the first day of Yule. So happy Yule if you do that. It's similar in ways, but different. Thank you all for watching. It's all greatly appreciated. And I hope the weather's nice for you guys. Here, we're supposed to get more snow on Tuesday. Last I know. I hope you have a great Christmas as well. So I guess here in Maine, we definitely will have a white Christmas. This year, the cold hit quick. And I hope that everyone is able to stay warm. Because I also don't know what part of this, like what the climate's like where you are. So, almost snowed. Nice. Huh. Really? The only part of California that I've been is Fort Irwin, Fort Irwin in the middle of desert. I've never seen 70-degree Christmas. To me, I wonder how I'd like that. I might, since I don't like cold. And Merry Christmas to you too, Kristen. You as well. This is awesome, you guys. Thank you for showing up. If you haven't subscribed, feel free to do so. Always feel free to share videos, watch them. I do have Christmas lights of 2 to 3 different towns. No shit. Sorry about that. So where is that county? I hope you get everything you want for Christmas, Emery. And thank you for that. And well, I know that where this person is from, she's from the south in a warm area, so yeah. Merry Yule to you too. This is awesome. This is awesome, and I'm thinking of doing a quick live thing on Christmas. If anyone is interested. Green triangle. Okay. Okay, see you later, Emery. I hope you have a good day. And thank you for joining, Kristen. Oh, you're talking about Christmas. Yeah, definitely. See, I was actually mobilizing for Iraq out of Fort Irwin, California. That I did like the warmth and dryness there. I like dry heat. At least here in Maine on the coast, it's very humid in the summer. And so I don't know if any of you, what you guys like to do, kind of videos you like to watch or any of that, but I've never been to LA, but I've wanted to. No problem, Teresa. Is the good people here that make it worth it. See, the cold to me just hurts. That's why I don't like it. And I prefer the dry heat over the humid heat. And I did like the heat in Oklahoma when I was there. That summer it wasn't unusual for it to be around 115, give or take, and 120, 125 in the sun, something like that. It was interesting, and every morning it would rain. You could almost set your watch by it. It was usually when we were on our runs too. Then it would just dry up real quick. By the time we got back, our clothes were dry. Yes, it is. I find dry heat a bit easier to deal with too. So I don't know how long I'm going to be here on live this time. It all depends on you guys. And thank you for that. And if you know anyone else that you think that would enjoy it, well, I know that you would share it. I know that you have a good heart and good intentions and all that as well, so especially from our talks. Like today I actually got a video of the town where the Bush family has a summer home at Walker's Point. It's in Kennebunkport. And like, I just think it's a pretty area. I would not want to live there because, well, I worked in that area, in that spot at a gas station for a very short time, and to give you an idea of how wealthy the area, some of the people are, it wasn't unusual to get the comment, "I'm sorry you have to work." All I could think is, how do you think you got all your money? Someone had to work for it. It doesn't just happen. Yeah, feel free. That's fine. I love the new people, and I do try to subscribe to everyone that subscribes to me. Well, so far most of my videos are in Maine, some are in Massachusetts, and I do plan on getting some of the mountains and all of New Hampshire. I like to travel, so hopefully I'll get a bunch more. I like those little phases. I usually get the hearts, but this is the first. This is awesome. I was hoping for a different one today, or at some point. Yes, you are right. And that's why I'm in the process of working for some of the things. Just one step at a time. But at the same time, as long as I don't care to be that wealthy anyhow, especially after dealing with some of them. Old money I have no problem with. They're usually more down to earth. Usually. At least the ones I dealt with. They still worked, and like everyone else, one of them actually went to school to be a school teacher. So the money clearly wasn't for the money, and he was one of the best bosses I've ever had. And when I got my license, he was a big push for it, and he even took me driving in his car. Well, at that time it was a pickup truck, which he bought used at that, even though you could buy any vehicle new. He bought it used, and all it was a old Ford Ranger, simple at that. Didn't even have a radio. I don't know if you guys like that kind of stories or not, but yeah, I did kind of just go off. But yeah, there's others I've met, and since I knew some from birth, there were some people I had to point out, like, hey, think of how someone with money, raised with money, walks. So I had to think about it. I was like, oh yeah, it does show. It's the little things. Even though it didn't get to their head, it was just how they were raised, which I find kind of neat. You know, that you can still find little ways to tell into how to read people like that. Woohoo! Someone else joined in. And Teresa, that's the French spelling of it. I'm not gonna complain with that. I have French. Part of my family is French. Yes. There's nothing wrong with old school. In a lot of ways, it was better. And for one thing, there was always the respect, which does go a long ways. Hello, Emery. I hope everything is well on your little break, I guess you could call it. I actually do love interactions in the comments with you guys, because it does jog my memory for stories as well. Like when I was younger, whenever someone said I'm back, all I could think of was an Eminem song. No kidding. And there are similarities between Spanish and French. And when I was in the army, I actually had a bunch of friends that were Mexican American. You know, born here, but I'm sure you get what I mean. And because I click so well, I actually just want to be with my family for Christmas. But like, back to what I was saying too, is that my friends that spoke Spanish, they were like Mexican descent. I told them, might as well start teaching me Spanish, so you don't have to translate, feel like you have to speak English, anything like that, especially since I was really the only one that didn't speak Spanish. Plus, to me, that's a respect thing. If you're the only one that doesn't speak it, at least try to learn some of it. And the first thing I learned was "¿Qué pasa?" What's up? Thanks, Emery. And if I remember correctly, you're one of the children that was watching earlier, weren't you? Because I actually do have a soft spot in my heart for kids. Yes, I do remember. There's actually a history on both sides of my family of teaching. Even 100 years before I was born. We've always wanted to be the majority of both sides of my family have been wanting to do nothing but be good for kids, and like if we are around them, being a good impression and all that too. Because heck, you guys are the future. You know, so why not protect you guys and try to do the best that we can for you guys? And like I do have a kid of my own. He's in middle school. And my niece and nephew, they're actually adults now. My nephew has a kid, though. That's a few years old. That little one has nice dark red hair. Nice. What movie are you watching? I like movies. And here, over here, it looks where I am. It looks like it's starting to get cloudy. It seems to be somewhat sunny, but you can see the clouds starting to roll in. Dammy Tasker. What's that one about? And once again, thank you both for watching. Huh, oh, okay, I think I know what movie that one is. And it's an animated, like, with penguins and such, too, right? Okay, yes, I've seen it. That's actually, it's been a few years, but that movie was actually, I thought was actually a good movie. Even as an adult. And plus there, if I remember correctly, there are some scenes that are actually quite funny in it. Well, there's a good thing that it seems like you're a good friend, Teresa. I hope you can chime in at another point in chat. I always enjoy it. And I'm usually that friend too that gives people rides. So I hope you have a blessed day. Enjoy it. And make the best of it. And thank God there's friends like you. Or thank the gods, whatever belief system you have. And until next time. And I appreciate that, Teresa. Greatly. I greatly appreciate that. I'm hoping by the end of the day I get 10 new subscribers, so I have at least an even 100 subscribers. For a little while, I think I'll be happy with that. Because I heard there's some things that unlock for that. Like subtitles in other languages, which I have had people, like even in Japan, watch, even Iraq, to the Netherlands, to Latin America. So it would be good to have those. Yeah, those ones too. That's okay, Emery. I hope to see you too. Be safe. Everyone be safe. Thank you. And I hope you have an amazing day, everyone. And be the best that you can be. And until next time, I hope to see y'all again. And I am going to be on for a little while longer anyhow. I'm not really doing much. The only other thing I would be doing is reading a book. And if you're just showing up, feel free to give a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe, comment. I love the interaction. That's why I am doing this at this point right now. The interaction. And I do welcome all ages. I don't discriminate. That's why I do try to keep it kid friendly on here. And if I don't think it's kid friendly, I do put an 18 plus on it. I do restrict the age, because I don't want to corrupt young kids or youngins, because they're not all, because they're, well, the world is bad enough as it is. I don't want to be part of that. I want to be a positive. So 2 more likes, and this will be the most likes I have from live. So please share, tell your friends, all that, anything, subscribe, comment. Let's make this the best live I've had and that I've done. Because I know that there, once in a while, I do have some people that just like to sit there and watch and watch. I'm okay with that. And if you weren't watching earlier, I was actually in the town where did a video in the town where the Bush family has their summer home. It's actually a very wealthy town. Like, I wouldn't, even if I had money, I wouldn't want to live there, because, if nothing else, because some of the people can be snooty. I don't mix well with that. I'd rather, even if I had money, I'd still be doing something. Even if it's just getting a few things, side things going, or investing, I'd be doing something, but I'd probably also be helping people as well. Because I'd invest the money so I could just live off of the profit that it makes and go from there. Because I just think that would be fun. Well, after a hard, life's been hard in some aspects, so I think that would be awesome to, for once, be able to feel like I could breathe. Because, like, I have honorable discharge from the Army, and I served 6 years, yet they give me a hard time and no benefits. I'm tired of stuff like that. And yet, I have some injuries from the Army too, and they still give me a hard time. It's just doesn't make sense to me. I know there's people that would take advantage of it, so yeah, there should be guidelines, this, that, but there's records. There's always some kind of record to prove it. You know, that if you were or were not. So I do hope everyone's going to also have a good Christmas and such. Yule, today is the first day of Yule. Merry Yule! Excuse me. That's what Monster does. I got the small one. I usually don't have any. I just didn't feel like another coffee. They're not the best for you, I just didn't feel like another coffee. And if you haven't, feel free to check out the videos. You can even scroll through the messages. There was someone that was talking about them earlier, saying how they actually like the videos. Feel free to comment if you haven't. Thumbs up, subscribe. I do hope to get to New Hampshire next month, because where I go in the White Mountains is actually just beautiful year round. Even if you don't like to drive in snow or the cold, it's pretty to look at. There's a few scenic spots along the way too. And believe it or not, the river that goes through my hometown is one of the largest in Maine, longest too, I believe, or something like that. But it actually starts in New Hampshire. And where it starts, the water's crystal clear. This time of year, cold as can be, but still crystal clear if it hasn't frozen over yet. Because even where I am, it's generally a little warmer. There's ice starting to form. Plus, there's been a few days that has been in the negatives. So well below freezing. Thank you for those reactions. That's awesome. I love them. The river that does go through my town is known to be, well, is said to be cursed by a Native American. There's one story you can actually now find on YouTube. You can find it, you can Google it, and I'm sure there's even some local books with it too about the area. But as the rumor, said that the curse goes along the lines that it will take minimum three whites every year, because of how there was a native baby that was killed because the whites at that time were saying that natives could swim from birth. We all know that's not true. It's a baby. It's a human baby. So they caused an issue and the baby died. Well, like anyone else, the natives weren't happy, so they cursed the river. I don't want to get too much into it, but yeah, it's along those lines. It does vary some, anyhow, depending on which one you look at. So yay. Feel free to comment. I do like to at least put some kind of name to who's watching. Even if it's just hi. I really don't mind. I just got a Happy Yule message from one of my best friends. That's awesome. And whoever you are watching, I hope your day is going well and that it continues to. Bunch of seagulls. Bunch of seagulls. Yay. Always someone trying to start trouble with a friend. Trying. It's always best to try to keep a level head, I've noticed. No matter how difficult it can be, it can always be better to try to keep a level head and be the calm one. And yes, I'm speaking on experience, because when I have done that, it's worked in my favor. Especially since I don't want trouble. Plus, most people don't want trouble, but yeah. Hi there, feel free to comment. Bye-bye, person. That was a quick in and out. Ha ha ha. One name that I find funny for a store is Come and Go. La la la. Well, last night when I was on, I started a little bit before midnight, went a little bit after. I might do the same tonight after work. We'll see. But I also have the next 2 days off. I might sleep in tomorrow. Might be up early for a coffee and a book. I don't know. We'll just play it by ear, I think. Hey. Thank you for still watching. So right now I'm also being there for so you can vent. And with what's been going on, I think I would need someone to vent to as well. Sorry about this. Yeah, but right now I think I should actually be there more for him. So be safe, be good, have a blessed one, have an amazing day until next time, and I hope to see you again. Thank you for watching.